Alrighty guys, I'm going to be doing the rear strut now that I got the front one on. It's going to be a different video. This is a 2004 Subaru Forester XS. Now we have to take off this little piece of panel in here, which should just pop right off. Yeah, it just pulls right off, easy peasy. There's a little flap here. Alright, we're going to pull that off and take these bolts off here. That's the top part, just like it was in the front side over there. So we're going to make sure we repeat the process. So I got this wheel off, give it a little tap because they don't always like to come off. They get welded onto the actual car. There you go, a little swift kick. Pop that bad boy right off. Alrighty, what do we have here? Same kind of strut setup. Alright, e-brake, emergency. No, this is your ABS. This is your actual bracket. Funny thing is, I don't see any nut or bolt or anything to be able to take that off, so it must just slide on and off. So if that's the case, let's see. With our handy dandy hammer. No, it's probably not the best thing to use on a line, but at least that's what it looks like. It does just pop on.
Is it the right size?
Yeah, that's the right size, Ma. Alrighty. Alright guys, my instinct was right. It does just slide out, but it was rusted on. I had to pound it off with the my little chisel here. I started getting over here and prying it off of the strut a little bit so I could get some more room to get back behind it. Because if you look, there's this metal ring that looks like a washer right around it. That's all you have to do is put this up against the edge of that ring and just whack away at it, and it'll slide it right out of the grooves here, which in the back side it basically looks like that. So once you grab this piece, right, and you hang it out, bang, 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 it pops right out. It just slides in and slides out. You're free now. You don't have the ABS sensor to worry about. Now the only thing you have to do is use your 19mm socket here. I believe that's what this is going to be. Right here. Yep, that's that. Now I'm going to use my socket with a 19mm here. Since I can't get my gun back there, I mean I could if I use an extension, but you know what, it's just easier to do it this way. It's all loose. Oh, working its way off it. Alrighty. You're going to hold this hand like this, and same thing. Alrighty, no go there. Let's see if we can just get it to spin a little bit. Alrighty. We know those babies are on there, so I'm going to go grab this, right? And then I'm going to go grab my pipe over there, and I'm going to go get a pry bar and crack them loose. Alright, folks. First obstacle. See the CV axle? You ain't getting a socket in there. In fact, you could barely get a wrench in there. I'm using a 3/4 inch wrench on the back side of this nut here because it's the only way I could get it off. As you can tell, it's hitting the axle already. But if you just force it in there a little bit, it pops in there. And then once it gets up on there, it loosens right out. Believe it or not, it took a little bit of torque with that pipe to be able to get this this bolt off. I was actually surprised it was on that hard. I don't know how they managed to air ratchet it on the way they did, being that it's on this little tiny deal here. It feels like there's no resistance, but the moment I go to use my hand, it's like almost impossible. Yeah, see? So let me just take it off from here. See if I can unscrew it from here. Yeah, I mean, I'll unscrew it from here. Falls off, it falls off, but I think it's gonna hit the drive axle before it does that, and it did. I really don't see it coming out like that until you pull this bolt out a little bit, sliding it out. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do it to this one here and see if how it works. You're not getting it inside there. So, there we go. There's that. Alright, now the bolt and head is spinning. Grab your wrench, stick it in the back, pull it to the caliper so it's not moving on you. Hello. And then we're just gonna start on cranking this bolt off here. Well, that was a hell of a lot easier. Alrighty. Stick that here. See if we can pound this out of there without hitting the threads. Good. Alrighty. Alrighty. Now that I get that bolt off, that bolt pretty much off, I'm gonna hold that on there until I break these bad boys free inside the trunk here, which are located right here. Once again, it looks like it is going to be a 12 millimeter. Let's turn this to loosen. Like nothing. All these little nuts, we're going to take these off here, stick them right here on the floor. This is my mom's car, so I'm going to make sure I put it back the way it was, just like it would be if it was your car. And put all 3 bolts there, where all those nuts are there for the strut. I should pop that down once once I pull this bolt out and pull the other bolt out, which I got to do with both hands, folks, so I'm sorry for that. I won't be able to show you that, but you basically get the gist of it. Same thing with the front. You just manage to work these bolts out and then pull your strut out. Alright, folks, I got a little tip for you guys. This little piece here is coming in handy quite well. This little chisel was able to come into the back side of the bolt and knock the bolt out with a hammer, pushing the head of the bolt, as the bolt is actually inside this part here. When it's like that, right, you just get your wedge or your tool, flathead screwdriver, whatever, and you just hit it with a hammer and it backs it out like so. Once it backs it out, then you can continue using your power tool if you have one to finish and just let it screw itself out. It's a hell of a lot easier than trying to pound it and possibly screwing the threads up. But after that, wind up, I think I got it done. Let's see what goes on here. Look at that. Now we see that this little bolt here, if I take that off the rest of the way and it falls, what do you think is gonna happen? It might miss it, but as you can tell, there's a little bit of room for miss here. So what I'm gonna do is make sure I press here on this side here, and I'm gonna press inward a little bit just to help it come away from the line like so. So this way you don't have to worry about it, and now you can kind of finagle it a little bit to where it should just pop off and come outside. But as you can tell, it kind of wants to go towards that, so I'm going to have to use both hands to keep it away from this sensor here. I mean, I could probably pull this off. Let's see how it comes off. How does this come off? Oh, excuse moi. Alrighty. I'm going to have to just set the amount of rust that's on it. Right now, I'm just going to leave it on there. So let's see what I could do to get this strut out here. See if I can stick you guys in my pocket and give you guys what I'm talking about. No, right? Yeah, it blocks it. Alright. Well, I'm going to have to pause it and just give this a little rattle and get it out. Well, that was actually real easy. It dripped a little water on me, but all I had to do is just lower my jack down, and this bad boy here goes down like nobody's business. Super easy. See? And that little bit just allowed it to pop right out, and boop, fell right out on me, and right there's the old one. Now let's go get this new one in. I checked it out prior to, so I know that this is the right strut. As you can tell, that it's the same size, got the same bracket on the side here. Same thing, everything. So we're going to put these bad boys back in. So we're going to take off these bolts here so we don't make the same mistake we did with the front. At least this one came with all 3.
it's kind of nice to have 3 brand new nuts instead of reusing some old ones. So I'll pop these bad boys off. And if you look at the ones that were already taken off, being that it's inside the vehicle, they're extremely clean, and they're still zinc, like zinc plated. So it really does add a little bit more strength to them, but it protects it. So as you can tell, the new ones are just silvery. Those ones have that zinc coppery look to it, or zinc coating look. So as we can tell, it's both ones. And if you were to bring this up to the front ones, you would understand that it is not the right strut. At first, the package said right front. It was not the right front, so when I took the right front off, this did not fit. I'm like, Mom, this is like a 3.5, 4-inch lift. She goes, no, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, so we checked it out, and sure as shit, it was the rear one. So, put it back on, wait for the front one to come in today, and I put that one on. So now we're going to take this rear one and do the same thing we did with that one, which is, I don't know if you all can see this or not, but I'm going to hope you can. Line up your 3 holes, being that you can't really see what's going on. You really have to here's where 2 people would probably really be beneficial. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Well, the new one's definitely more springed up than the old one, but sure ain't gonna make it any easier getting it in here. Alright, that's in. Let's just go and put a bolt in here, shall we? And make sure that it don't fall out, so I can screw those bolts into the top. And right about there. Let's see where it's. Oh, you just fall out. Miserable SOB. That was perfect too. It lined right up perfectly, nice and easy. There we go. And again. This is my screwdriver. And this thing. Now I won't fit through it. Where'd my screwdriver go? I had one. It's right here. Alright, now let's try this again, shall we? Your arms can only take so much before they damn. Alright, stick that in there for now. Come up here. Now we don't have to worry about that part as much. We just put these bad boys back on. And put that one back on. I'm reusing whatever ones are there. The old ones are just as nice as the new ones, so yeah, you could always, why not put the new ones on? You got them. If it ain't broke, why fix it? And I doubt that's going to cause me the problem. All right, it's not tight, but it's good enough for now. So I can manipulate this and get these bolts in here and line them up and put the strut back in. So give me one sec here, guys, while I figure this out a little bit. Alrighty, guys. Since I didn't have enough force and oomph to be able to push this thing in to help it line up, what I did is I grabbed the ratchet strap and I just simply put it around the looks like lower control arm or trailing arm or something like that. I want to put it around this right here and wrapped it around the caliper, around one of the studs to help hold it there, up around the brake caliper, past this, and up under here to give us some more leverage. Now every time I click in here, it should line up. If I ratchet this, it should shove that in. Yeah, see that?
Beautiful. A little bit more. There. That should do it. I think. I'm not sure. I can't really get 100% good of a view in there, but let's see what the deal is. Alright, it's screwing in, but it's not going in all the way. One more crank should do it. Alright. See if that does it. Yeah, boy. Alrighty. She went right in. Alrighty. Now this strut will officially be on in no time. So I am going to get this back on and get my mom back on the road. So all in all, I got about 15 minutes and 43 seconds, minus maybe 3 minutes worth of shit. What's up, Joe? And basically it's taken me, I'm gonna say it's taken me about 45 minutes to do the front and back. So that's really not a lot of time. So under an hour, you could replace your front driver's side and your rear driver's side, or vice versa, your passenger side, right side, or your left side, whatever side you want to do. Anyway, two of them only take about 45 minutes. As you can tell, my videos between this one and the other one, I have about 30 minutes on one, and I have 15 on this one. So yeah, about 15 minutes to do this. And after I tighten this up, I'll probably have another 5 minutes before I have the wheel back on and have my mom on the road. So guys, this is Red Hand Reviews. I just like showing you guys how easy it is to actually do some of the simple mechanical work that is actually costing people, you know, $200, $300, $400 a piece. For the most part, most suspensions are like this, unless you have like the Jeep, like I got, which you have a clevis, which is basically the same concept as this, but the clevis is a real pain in the butt, especially with the bolt being frozen in. You know, it could cause some problems. So I use an aftermarket bolt, but I got to replace it every time I take it off. So anyway, guys, this is the 2004 Forester SX, or XS, sorry, or the S, or any other Subaru model as far as I'm concerned, that has the McPherson strut setup, which I believe is what Subaru uses. So this is basically a wrap, guys. The strut is in up top. I'm going to finish tightening them up top, and I'm going to finish tightening this up, and that's all that I have to do. And then just slide this emergency brake cable, or your brake line cable, right back into this bracket, and I'm going to give it a little pounding with the hammer, and that should pound it back on, and finish tightening this up with the impact, and I'll be done. Guys, love yourself, love your country. Take some time to actually try to learn how to work on your vehicle, because one day, who knows, maybe shops will be closed again, right? And then nobody will be able to fix your car. So I'm going to put this video out there to hopefully help you guys understand how easy it is to actually save yourself several $100s in doing your struts. Your hands get a little greasy, you might hit your head, you know, you might get a boo-boo, but you know what? Carry a basket of laundry down the stairs in the dark could make it go fall down too, so, and get boo-boos. So anyway, guys, peace out, man. This was an easy job for my mom, and I think she'll be really happy that it's done.